zip lines, come-alongs, and building something to jump off of. Thank you for joining me today as we redo the zip line in our backyard. If you're wanting to put a zip line up, first thing you need to do is plant your 2 pecan trees somewhere in your yard. And then around 35 years later, you'll be ready to move on to step 2. Well, if you don't want to wait that long, I suppose you're going to have to fix 2 poles in the ground somehow. This zip line didn't come in a kit. I went to Harbor Freight and bought the logging chain they had. It's a 3/8 chain with 2 hooks, one on each end. And I just cut the chain in half and wrapped one around one tree and one around the other tree. The cable is also from Harbor Freight. This is a winch replacement cable. It's a lot better than going to Lowe's and, say, buying a cable, crimps, and a giant hook to put it all together with. This was a lot cheaper, and it was ready to go. This cable still has a lot of tension on it. I haven't loosened anything. And when I was taking this apart, I kept thinking, this is going to pinch my hand, this is going to pinch my hand, but it never did. I got lucky. This old pulley is just something I had laying around in my shop when we was putting all this together. It's not made for zip lining. It's got an aluminum wheel on it, and you can see that steel cable eat grooves into it. It doesn't hardly even turn anymore. So I'm going to replace it with this blue Speed Demon. It's made for zip lining. And yeah, it made a huge difference. We'll talk about that later. I'm also adding this spring on the zip line. It's supposed to slow you down when you get to the end. But it didn't work out so good. Like I said, that new pulley we're adding worked a little too good. I have to fasten a loop in the end of the cable. And that's going to give me something to hook onto so I can pull this thing tight. Now the last time I done this, I just hooked up a 2-to-1 pulley system and had some people pull on it to get the slack out where I could tighten it. Then I came back with the turnbuckles and fine-tuned it. But using this come-along right here, I seen real quick I didn't have to use turnbuckles at all. This done it all in one shot. And I gotta say, I've got a weird fascination with come-alongs. I have several of these things. I have big ones and small ones, cable ones, chain ones. I think I've even got one with a strap on it somewhere. There's just something about moving a whole lot of weight with just a little bit of effort that just attracts me. Now these 2 boys don't realize it, but right now they have the ability to move 4,000 pounds if they wanted to. If only they knew that. That would make them feel manly. But they're just thinking this is some kind of toy to play with. So using the come-along, I was able to put the cable right back where it was when I took it down. There was no need to use the turnbuckles for this. I stepped it off and it's right around 60 foot from tree to tree. And then I've got about 20 foot of slack that I'm going to zip tie up here back out of the way. So this cable's somewhere around 80 foot long, I'm guessing. The idea behind a zip line is you have to be higher where you start than where you finish. So you need something to jump off of. So instead of building some kind of platform to jump off of, I decided to use a ladder that goes in an above ground swimming pool. This is what we used before and it worked great. I'm just replacing the old one. And the reason why I'm using this is because it doesn't weigh anything. When I cut grass, I can move it very easily. So y'all, this thing is so fast. It's like 8 times faster than it was before. It's almost dangerous. It's got you slamming up into the side of the tree. Even the spring don't slow you down or help you any. Whew. So I'll see what I can come up with. So when I came back outside, the kids had the solution the whole time. Slamming against the tree was the answer. They set that little trampoline up right there and just crash into it. And they get up and say, "Oh, that hurt, but let's do it again." Kids for you. So I wrapped a ratchet strap around it to keep it from falling and just let them crash into it. So I'm not going to fix nothing. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. After going down the zip line a dozen times and a handful of ibuprofen later, fixing up the old zip line was a good idea. We have really enjoyed it. But y'all, like always, thank you so very much for watching here at the house.